Namaskar. David here, he was a Scottish watchmaker, but he found India a very interesting place. Hence, he left Scotland and settled down in Bengal and started having the same business of selling the watches. He had a pretty good shop in Calcutta. Therefore, people used to visit. And this David here, who had also the keen interest over the educational institutions, he always thought how can we improve the education of India. That's why whosoever visited his shop, he always discussed the same topic. Luckily, on a certain day, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, he reached his shop somehow and he opened the same matter. And let me cut this long story short. David here, with the help of Raja Ram Mohan Roy, founded the Hindu College of Calcutta. Why I am discussing about this Hindu College of Calcutta? Because this young Bengal movement, which was led by Henry Vivian derozio, this Henry Vivian derozio was the teacher, in fact the firebrand teacher in the same Hindu college which had been founded by David here with the help of Raja Ram Mohan Roy. This Henry Vivian derozio, he was the champion of the freedom of speech. He always believed in the scientific temperament. He was the student of philosophy and history. Hence, he also taught the same thing, the philosophy and history, to his students. And while teaching, he always taught to his students that you have to inquire all the things, you have to question over the authority, you should not accept anything with your blind eyes. Don't be the blind devotee of anything, inquire everything. And these kinds of thoughts were inculcated among the youths or his students who were studying in the same Hindu college where he was a teacher. Henry Vivian derozio, he always raised the question that why the widows are sitting on the funeral pyre whose husbands have died somehow. What is the need to sit on these funeral pyres? It is completely unscientific and illogical in nature. He always raised the question that why women have not been provided the same and equal rights of getting educated the way men are. He always raised that why women cannot walk shoulder to shoulder with the men. He always talked about the women's emancipation, how to bring the women in the mainstream of the development. He raised the question, what is the need to sacrifice the infants to please an angry God? He questioned over all the customs, those were completely unscientific and illogical in nature. Historians say that this Henry Vivian derozio, the kind of arguments he was presenting among the youths, among his followers, those thoughts were at least 50 years ahead of his time. And the society was not prepared for it. The society was not ready to accept his thoughts. The ecosystem was not ripened enough to work on his talks. Perhaps this was one of the reasons why the young Bengal movement, led by this Henry Vivian derozio, could not achieve the success which it really deserved. So, this movement, as the followers of the Henry Vivian derozio, most of them, they were young. They revolutionized the whole Bengal with the thoughts which have been inculcated by Henry Vivian derozio. That's why this time period, 1826 or 1830, this time period is known as the Young Bengal movement. Why it is called young? Because the people who were involved, they were young. They were the students, most of them, who always believed on the principles taught by Henry Vivian derozio. So this Henry Vivian derozio, however, he died at a very early age, 22 years of his age, due to cholera. But my friends, someone has rightly said that the length of life does not matter as much the depth of life matters. So this Henry Vivian derozio, who spent within the Hindu college these 4 to 5 years, I think he was very successful in his attempt what actually he wanted to do, but somehow the society was not prepared, but he did level his best. And in these 5 years, this firebrand teacher, he revolutionized the whole Bengal. He inculcated the scientific thoughts. That's why these 5 years are still remembered by him. And in these 22 years of his life, whatever he did, I think sometimes it is not possible by the people who have lived even for more than 100 years. So whatever he did, the kind of print he has left on the books of Indian history, these prints will hardly get diluted. They will remain alive forever. Perhaps this is the reason why you and me are discussing about a person who just died at the age of 22 but became immortal in the hearts of all the Indians. Thank you.